been exposed to their next phase, which is for kids that want to get into the trades. They have like a trade school element, right? He'll also have a chance to have spent a lot of time talking to military recruiters about, hey, why don't you think about the military as a career? Okay.
Yeah, like, Your Honor, as I stated, the applicant waived the formal hearing.
All right, Ms. Khan, I understand you're going to plead guilty today?
I'm supposed to.
It's not a question of supposed to. The paperwork says you're pleading guilty.
No way out, right?
Yeah, you can have a trial.
Probation, jail.
No,
I'm not putting you in jail.
you can go to trial before a judge, this judge, or before a jury. And you would be presumed innocent.
Yeah, innocent.
Then,
I
okay, then you're not going to plead.
need to talk to her dad.
Okay, maybe we should put this over, Your Honor.
I can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Put it over. It'd be in better health then too. Do you want to come and talk to the judge? Your Honor, this is the child that issued, she's 12 years old.
Okay.
You get it? Come on.
I don't mind talking to her. Yeah. When do you want to come? What's our next date? Come on up, Judy. I'm not going to yell at you. Come on up. What's that? Hey, Mom, we're going to have your case come back on June 22nd.
Okay.
What time? Judy, how come you're not going to school? Okay. That's not, if I asked you what's 13 times 543.2 and you said, I don't know, that'd be okay. But why you're going to school, I don't know is not a good answer. I don't know means you just don't want to tell me about it. You don't like school? Okay, step up to the mic, kid. All right. You're 12? Okay. Was there ever a time when you liked school? Didn't even like kindergarten. Kindergarten was okay? All right. Counsel, pull the mic down so I can hear her. Say it again. Okay, so after second grade, it was no fun? What changed between second and third grade? Okay, so you had a teacher you didn't like. Same teacher for fourth grade? How about the fourth grade? Do you like fourth grade? Okay. So I know you're only 12 years old, but what do you think you want to do when you're old? 25 years old. Okay. I don't expect you to know what you want to do when you're 12, but I want you to admit you don't know what you want to do, right? Okay. Then listen closely. Most people don't know at 12 what they want to do with the rest of their life. That's no problem with that. That's okay. Here's the problem. When you decide what you want to do with the rest of your life, you want to make sure that option is available to you. Would you agree with me? Okay. Sometimes we decide what we want to do and the option isn't available to us because we don't have the proper educational foundation to do that. What I mean by that is, if you continue to struggle and not go to school, you're never going to get good grades. So if when you're 18 years old and you're getting ready to graduate from high school, you decide, you know what, I think I want to be a pediatric surgeon. I want to save little kids' lives. Then you're going to have to really struggle to get through college because you didn't do well in K through 12. You understand what I'm saying? So because you don't know what you want to do right now, it's important for you to do as well as you can in school. So when you decide what you want to do, you can probably do that. Does that make sense? And I'm not saying you got to like school. School's easier if you do like it, but you got to do it. Because if you don't do school, life's a struggle. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Life's pretty tough even when you make all good decisions and do well in school. Life can still be pretty tough. But if you don't get the education that's available to you, I can guarantee your life is going to be harder than it has to be. You don't want that. So you got to figure out, you got to play little mental games with yourself maybe and just convince yourself that I got to go, so I might as well find some way to enjoy my day while I'm there. Are you listening? You're not hearing though, are you?
The top change is just small.
You're stubborn, right? Are you stubborn? Stubborn's okay as long as you don't use it bad. And what I mean by that is if you let your stubborn hurt you, then it's not good for you.
There's a glimmer of hope here. She does have ADHD and her medication has just been switched.
Well, we can hope.
It's kind of issue.
Yeah, we can hope.
So we're
Okay.
waiting for it to kick in.
All right.
We're better. Did you charge your husband? Okay, well,
She is a lawyer.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's all right. We can deal with it in June 22nd. We get a notice for her yet? All right. Okay.
Look at the notice. It has my phone number on it, okay? That's me. The defendant. So, we have any questions? Okay. Okay.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies.
Okay, these are.
Dawn Dark. Is it dark or darky? You don't use your E. It's okay. It's your E. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah. 3, 4, 6, 9, 6. Hang on. Dark. And you're on, we will waive the formal readings. You,
Thank you.
you're on, Ms. Dark is actually, charged with, violation of parental responsibility and regarding one child who is 14 years old or 17. Oh, he's 15.
Okay. Okay.
He's 15.
Okay.
Yes, sir. There's another child with ADHD who refuses to take his meds.
Okay.
But in any event, the prosecutor has offered 771.1 status and his dark wishes to accept it.
All right. Ma'am, you understand your rights and the options those rights give you? You understand the possible penalty for today's charge? Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty to the charge? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily? All right. So the paperwork I've got doesn't tell me how much time he's missed. So how many days has he missed or how many hours has he missed?
I felt it was 30, but
I wouldn't doubt it.
over 30.
And I think,
Okay.
I think when he goes the first hour, if you're late, they consider that absence.
They could. Yeah. All right. So we thinking it's 30 days plus?
Yes.
I'll accept the plea. Okay.
You don't have to plead guilty. You talk. You do not have to plead guilty. You must say he's been absent.
Well, I'm sure, yes, I would be.
Well, they didn't find him. John. So you want to.
They want him in school as bad as you do, son. I don't think they're making it up. Right.
I don't want to be in jail, but
So all right, so let's talk about this. So first of all, counsel, you satisfied that the facts have been met? I'll accept the plea and I'm going to do the delayed sentence, which means for 12 months, you stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. And the attendance issues for Jackson do not continue. So let's talk about this. Maybe you need to bring Jackson in so we can have a conversation with Jackson. But I want to give you something to think about. When's he 16? Perfect. So there's a program that I want you to look into. Michigan Youth Challenge Academy. It's the MYCA. They've got a real good website. Check them out. If Jackson struggles with traditional, go sit all day with my butt in a chair school, this could be good for him. They run two programs. They run one that starts in July and they run one that starts in January. If he would go to the July program, and time is of the essence because if you decide if that's best for the family, there's a lot of paperwork and hoops to jump through. But if he went in July before Christmas, he's done with high school. So with him, he'll probably end up with a GED because he probably doesn't have enough high school credits to actually get a diploma. Some kids, they have enough high school credits. When they get done with the program, they've actually got college credits because the instructors on campus come from the local community college. All right. So not only will he be done with high school, he will have been exposed to their next phase, which is for kids that want to get into the trades. They have like a trade school element, right? He'll also have a chance to have spent a lot of time talking to military recruiters about, hey, why don't you think about the military as a career? Okay? Well, in my experience, a lot of these ADH kids are smart. That's not the problem with their attendant or their academic performance. It's not lack of brain power. It's they can't sit still long enough, blah, blah, all the above. It's D, all the above. So check that program out because that could be just custom made for a kid like him. All right. And they have open houses. They have orientations that they do around the state, different places. They used to do them all the time at the Big Armory in Taylor. But that'll all be on the website. Check it out. All right. All right. So back to business here. Any questions about how this works?
Well, how long they on 12?
12 months. 12 months. Don't rob a bank for 12 months and no more problems with Jackson. And if you're having problems, school year starts up September. If you're having problems, seriously, get him in here so we can talk to him.
Well,
All right. Good luck.
how do I get them in here?
You know what? Seriously, just walk in here any day, tell the guys that are in uniform, hey, I'm on a delayed sentence for my kid not going to school. Judge said bring him in so we could talk. When can I set that up? All right. Well, you know what? Then bring him in here before the school year starts. All right. I'm more than willing to give him the time. Yeah. Jennifer Bailey.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Leslie Knapp, G 3469. Hearing on behalf of the defendant, Jennifer Bailey. Your Honor, will waive the form and reading.
Ms. Bailey, I understand you're going to plead guilty to one count and we're going to dismiss the other one. Is that correct? Did you discuss your rights and options with counsel? Understood all that? Do you understand the possible penalty for the charge? Are you pleading guilty to the charge? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily? Son or daughter? What's your name?
My husband? Willow, she's 9.
Like the tree?
What?
I said spelled like the tree?
Yes.
All right.
Your Honor, the other case involved Ivy, who was 6, but that is dismissed. I would note that Ms. Bailey and Ivy's father are married and living together, so I would have objected to that. Just on the basis that she should not be the person charged, but, Willow's dad, and did have a dad here.
Okay.
Willow's dad has not yet been charged criminally, but his parental rights, termination of his parental rights is pending right now because of sexually assaulting Willow. Yeah, so.
Stop. Is she in counseling?
She sees the therapist at Summit every week. Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a whole nightmare for hours. It's been,
Yeah.
sorry.
You're all right.
Makes me sad.
You're all right.
The judge.
This is upsetting stuff.
Is that right? I don't know.
Sorry.
This, if there was ever an excuse for being in front of you on a case like this.
What's going on between you and Dad?
We were never together, but he's
Okay.
a drug addict.
Okay.
Right, but we went through the courts, they gave him parenting time, and during the overnights, I guess the assault was taking place, and she
Okay.
confided in the therapist, she was already seeing the therapist.
Good.
And go over the case, and, she went to Kids Talk in April of
Yep.
5.
Mhm. Okay.
Like, she even has an ongoing CPS worker, and I'm like non-respondent mother in the case.
Yep.
Because they found him guilty in family court of committing those acts against her, but Taylor Police Department gave the Wayne County prosecutor the forms for a warrant to
Yep.
arrest him, but
Yep.
there's such a backlog,
Yep.
it's on the streets now.
Okay.
For a period of time while this was going on, he picked her up from school for the family court.
Right.
And
That's no longer an option though.
yeah, there's
No, it's even on just school records.
terrifying for school.
Right. All right. So
therapists, they work through trauma-based,
Yeah.
cognitive behavioral therapy. And they're like, right, in the middle of it, working through like what happened.
Okay.
But she's- that's-
Good. That's wonderful. So the therapist is coming to the school.
Yeah, that Selma actually has a therapist at elementary school.
Okay. Okay. Starfish is great.
To the school or do virtual every week.
Okay. Good. Good. Awesome. That makes my tail wag. Yeah, that's good. Okay. All right.
Actually enjoy it.
Yeah, so dad's not gonna be able to pick her up next year.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Way with any.
I've had detectives tell me they're waiting 3 years to get a request on a murder warrant request. So,
I have conversations every week with,
Yeah.
you know, the,
APAs, the locals.
yeah, the ones who are on the front lines here, and they just have no idea.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
to do.
All right. So factually, I can accept your plea. I'll delay sentence. So for 12 months, don't commit a crime and no more problems with attendance. And then we just dismiss this. You know, it's communicate, communicate, communicate. You know, you should be on a first name basis with everybody at the school, right? Everybody knows what you're dealing with. And 99% of them want to help you through that, but they're probably not going to track you down and offer help. But if you're there and you're asking for help, because, you know, it blows my mind. The schools have way more resources to help parents than most parents know. Because they just don't, you know, they don't go out, like I said, they don't drag you off the street and say, hey, look what we can do for you. Right, right. Yep. Okay. All right. Good luck, Mom.
Do I do that in here then? or-
Don't need to.
It's something you shouldn't change.
Yep. All right. I've got Sierra, Cameron.
So much. Have
Welcome.
a great holiday, everybody.
You too.
Bye.
Your Honor, I am happy to finish the day with such a lovely little pair here. So this is Attorney Josh Adams. Please take yours into the record.
Thank you.
Got our co-counsel down here as well, who's been waiting for French fries. That's the next stop. So, Your Honor, we have reached a resolution in this matter. My client would like to avail ourselves of the plea offer where the pending violation of criminal responsibility is resolved with a plea under 771.1. Legal term of this sentence on that one was a 6 month, is what we're looking at. We just 6 months. Kids in summer school, the IEP, doing great, for up and running. So yeah, we don't anticipate any issues moving forward, but I did mention that there may be some resources potentially available. She lost the support of the father, who's moved out to Arizona. So she's kind of fighting the battle on her own a little bit right
Okay.
now. I told her it's late in the day. I didn't know who here might.
Nobody's here now.
But I was thinking maybe we could get her in touch with, I'm having such.
Probably Avery. Here.
And, I mean, when I say that, I'm not trying to be boring, but we really do care. And there's a lot of resources that, the court can reach out with. So,
Yeah.
like I say, take advantage of it, which, you know, all the great sheets.
So did you discuss your rights and options? You understand all those? And do you understand the possible penalty for the charge? Are you pleading guilty to the charge freely and voluntarily? All right. So I've got information here that says, the kids missed 50 and 57 days. Sound factually accurate? All right. I'll accept your plea. So the way this works is 12 months, you're under my thumb. Don't commit any new crimes. 6 months, you're under my thumb. Don't commit any new crimes and no further attendance problems. All right. So, did he give you that card? All right. If you call Mr. Taylor, just tell him what kind of problems you're dealing with, what kind of issues you're struggling with, and just say, Oakley said you might be able to put me in touch with some resources. All right. He's kind of our resource guy. Okay. Questions? Good luck.
Let's get any probationers who are good with insurance, guys. We got some needs for cars.
Well, you know what? Seriously, tell him, act like you're talking to your bestie and just tell him all your struggles, because one of his jobs is to help people pay off their fines and costs when they don't have money. One of the things we do in that situation is we tell him to go out and do community service. So if he knows he's got a mechanic that's trying to work off some fines and costs, maybe we can do something creative. I'm not making any promises, but maybe. All right. Good luck. Oh, hold on. You owe us money. You owe us money on some other stuff. You know about that? We got registration or plate, speeding, registration or plate from 24 and 25, Sumter and Van Buren Township. Are you in a position to get some kind of payment plan set up?
So, I think it comes a little bit, with the situation with the kid, I'm not in art program, so I don't teach my job.
Yep.
Good.
Good. All right. So can we do a payment plan down there? Is there nobody there?
I mean, everybody's.
All right. So when you talk to Mr. Taylor, tell him you also want to set up a payment plan and see what he can do. See if maybe he can walk you through it on the phone. All right. Good luck. Is that it?
It's just, I got all those shows over here. You don't need them for anything?
No. No, you got both piles?
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Judge Oakley heard 3 school attendance cases that focused on parental responsibility and the importance of keeping children in school. The first involved Ashley Kahn, who appeared with her 12-year-old daughter Judy. Rather than rushing through the hearing, the judge took time to speak directly with both of them to understand the reasons behind Judy's attendance issues. The discussion centered on education, responsibility, and the need to improve school participation moving forward. After considering the circumstances, the court adjourned the matter until June 22, giving the family an opportunity to show progress. Another case involved Dawn Dark and her 15-year-old son, whose attendance record showed more than 30 days of absences. Judge Oakley reviewed the situation carefully, accepted a plea under 771.1 status, and granted a 12-month delayed sentence. The judge also spoke about programs that could provide the teenager with additional structure, discipline, and educational support to help get his future back on track. The final attendance case involved Sierra Cameron, whose children had accumulated approximately 50 and 57 days of missed school. Judge Oakley emphasized that such a high number of absences can seriously affect a child's education and future opportunities. After reviewing the facts of the case, the court accepted the plea and granted a 12-month delayed sentence under 771.1 status, giving the family a chance to improve attendance and avoid further legal consequences. Throughout these hearings, the judge repeatedly stressed that regular school attendance is essential and that parents play a crucial role in ensuring their children's success both inside and outside the classroom.